My next guest is going to be taking on Casey ONeill coming up here at UFC Fight Night on February 20th. It is Shana Dobson back here on the program. Shana, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, James? Doing good. It's been a while, huh?
It has been a while. So glad to talk to you. Really cool fight. It's been a bit since we've seen you last fight. Well, not too long. I mean, we saw you in August, and that was a huge win. We'll definitely talk about that. But was this the right amount of time off, or were you looking to get in there a little bit sooner?
I was hoping to get in there a little bit sooner, but it ended up working out because right after my last fight, I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out. So I needed that time to just kind of recover and heal. And, no, I believe that, timing is going to, make itself. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm not complaining about, this time.
Did they put you under when you got your wisdom teeth taken out?
They did.
Yeah,
yes.
Same here.
And I
was going to say,
out of it.
Yeah, same here. Exact same thing happened. I mean, that happened years ago, but what a relief that was. Because, they were bothering me, and then they finally went in. So that's good. Got all your teeth in order, which is good, which is important as a fighter. Let's we haven't talked since your last fight. What a win that was. Second round TKO victory. I wanted to know, at what point did you know that she was kind of fading a bit? Because you could almost see it in the fight where you were starting to take over, and it was really cool.
Yeah, I think it was either when I threw a right hand or when I threw the right head kick that I kind of felt her, her strength kind of, dissipate a little bit. So, I knew that I just had to keep pressing and work my game, and that the finish would pretty much present itself. I don't really believe in like looking for things. The more that I've fought is the more, that I've realized things are going to present themselves. You got to use what your opponent gives you as well. So, you got to be prepared for any outcome, any way that the fight's going.
Where did that win rank in terms of everything that went into it, right? Like, you were a big underdog. A lot of people were counting you out. Like where did that win, like in terms of career moments, mean to you to get that victory? Yeah,
it was really exciting. Everyone had counted me out. Me and my team, we weren't surprised. We weren't surprised that, we knew what we were coming there to do. You know what I mean? So that was no surprise to us. It was just kind of like a statement to everyone else, like, you're counting me out. That's shame on you, kind of thing. So to me, that was just, I feel excited about that, especially with it being, record breaking or whatever. But to me, it's just, it's just another fight. It's just a stepping stone. And, I had to immediately look at, the next fight, look towards the future.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I like the attitude towards it. It's just a win is a win, right? I mean, that's sort of how you take it. But I do have to ask, like, leading into the fight, right? Like, you were, like, I think a plus 500 underdog. I saw she got an interview on ESPN with Brett Okamoto before her fight. You didn't get that treatment, right? So did that add a little bit more, just knowing that they were kind of just like, oh, she's going to win?
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of, I guess disrespectful, for lack of a better word, but I know what I've gone in there and done. I know who I've fought, who I've trained with. I know my credentials. I know I've been in there through wars. So I guess it's important to me, and it's important to the people that are important to me. So that's where the recognition comes from for me.
And I know it really had an effect on your team. I talked to some of your teammates. They were just like, oh, it was so cool. And like, we all knew, type thing. So it was cool to see the effect of that. Just last thing on the fight, I have to ask, obviously, how many people won money that messaged you? Because I'm sure there's some people who cashed in on that plus 500.
Yeah, my inbox was flooded with, people celebrating. They were excited about getting some money there. I didn't want to bet on myself. I saw the odds maybe a week or 2 weeks before, and I was just like, oh wow. And then I didn't look at it anymore. But looking back, I'm like, damn, I wish I bet on myself. But I've taken to betting on the fights a little bit more here lately. So I'm paying it forward now.
So here you got another fight, kind of against another prospect, right? Casey ONeill, 5-0, solid opponent. How do you feel like you match up against her here?
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be fun. I like to an opportunity to kind of get to test, new and fresh faces. I know that we're both game. I know that we're both going to get in there and pretty much impose our will. I just know I'm I'm young in the game, but I'm a little bit more of a vet. I'm a little bit more battle tested. You know, I train with killers. You know, I'm in there sparring with Rose Namajunas, J.J. Aldrich, Mallory Martin, Montana De La Rosa, Claire Guthrie. Those are just like a few of my main sparring partners. You know what I mean? You know, so there's nothing I'm not prepared for. It's nothing I haven't seen, and you know, I got that kind of I guess grown woman strength on me. So you know, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how she handles that.
Yeah, I talked to Mallory last week, and she just was raving about the camp and just some of the additions, like yourself and Montana. It seems like the vibe's really good in the gym, and having Rose there, I mean, what a wealth of knowledge that is to have her, and you know, definitely. just you know, being a former champion, still the only woman to knock out Ioane and Jacek. I mean, that must be cool just to have her presence there, because she really sets a standard, I'm sure, in her training.
Yeah, Mallory's awesome, and it's funny. It's like we're all kind of following the same timeline with our fights too, because Mal fights a week before me, then I fight after her, and last time it was I fought a week before her, she fought right after me, and then Montana's in that rotation too. JJ's got something coming up, so yeah, we're all getting each other ready. We're all testing each other and pushing each other to the limit, and you know, I love it. I love the room. I look around the room sometimes, I'm like, damn, the room can't get any better than this, you know, as far as growth and training and like you said, sharing knowledge.
How has that transition been? Because I imagine you're living there now, right? You're not just doing your camps there?
Yeah. When I came here, I was coming here to move. So I definitely, you know, it was a big transition. But my teammates, my coaches, they made it so easy. You know, it's just been amazing. And they've been able to see, my teammates have been able to see, my coaches have been able to see the growth that I've made in the past year. So that's been pretty awesome.
Good stuff. And a lot of good scenery out in Colorado. Let's be honest. It's a pretty beautiful place to live, right? So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a nice bonus too. How's the weight cut going? Pretty well, I assume?
Yeah, weight cut's always easy. So, you know, it's just... I love food. So,
I know. That's something we talk about. We'll definitely get to that, I'm sure, later. Some things that you're missing, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know, it is what it is. It's a part of the game. So, you know.
Awesome.
We'll get it done.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I'm going to have Sean Madden, my striking coach and head coach. I'm also going to have my jiu-jitsu coach, Valor. He's with Elevation Fight Team as well. And I'm actually going to have my strength and conditioning coach, Aaron Porter. He works with Landau, and they work with all the Broncos players. He's been with me through, you know, since the beginning of my transition here at Elevation, and he's made me stronger, faster, you know, conditioned, everything. So he's going to be in there too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because I know at Landau, some of the all professional athletes, like you mentioned, the Broncos. Do you see any other athletes from other sports training there at the same time you are?
Yeah, we see the Broncos players. We see, you know, it's actually, the room is like filled with all kinds of athletes. We see basketball players, football players, swimmers, baseball players, volleyball players. I think hockey players. I think we see.
Yeah, the Avs are there. Yeah, so I was going to say the Avalanche.
Yeah. All kinds of athletes. You know, they got it down to a science. You know, everything that they do is sports specific. So it's pretty awesome.
How's this fight playing out on February 20th? How do you envision it playing out?
How do I envision it? Man, I just envision having fun and doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Do playing my game. You know, using my strengths. Being versatile. That's pretty much how I see it going.
Obviously, you know, big fight here because you're fighting a girl who's undefeated. I got to think that propels you up a little bit because, you know, you get another win here. I think people have got to stop counting you out, right? I haven't even looked at the odds for this fight, but I imagine you got to be the favorite having so much more experience.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the odds either. You know, I try not to let it affect me, good or bad. I practice a lot of neutral thinking. And factual thinking. And I think that, you know, a lot of times athletes, you know, fighters in particular, they get caught up in the good and the bad of themselves or their opponents. And, you know, if you just focus on neutral facts, which is, you know, I have a job to do. I need to go there. I need to impose my game. I need to get this done. Then, you know, I think that makes it a lot easier. And mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're in a lot more control.
Very well said. I like that. Last question before I let you go. What is downtime looking like in Colorado? What are you getting up to? You getting your no worries. You getting your TV time in, or are you getting any? Yeah. What are you doing? I'm sure going for hikes too. It's nice out there.
Can you see me still?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. With right now, actually, it's. Let me see. Show you. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, before that, in the springtime, summertime, we were hiking all the time. It's beautiful, like beautiful places to hike. Just because of COVID, everything's been kind of chill. We haven't been able to really explore like we want to. So yeah, it's just been a lot of like, kind of keeping my circle small, making sure, we're being healthy and safe. And yeah, watching TV, watching 90 Day Fiance from start to finish. Mm-hmm. And also I'm wrapping up my master's program. So
are you really?
A lot of studying. Yeah.
What are you studying?
I finished this month, clinical mental health counseling.
Good for you. When did you start that? I don't think we've talked about this. This is cool.
Yeah. This was back in 2018. Okay. I started my master's. So
gotcha.
So this is my last month of it. So I just try to when I get home, I just try to decompress and just make sure that I have balance in my life. Yeah.
That's good. So what would you want to do with that degree or with the master's program? What do you think you'd get into?
Oh man, there's a lot of opportunities out there. I would love to work with athletes. That was probably one of my main goals, is to work with athletes. Because I feel like we train our bodies, we train the physical part, but we don't really focus on our minds too much. And this sport is so mental. It's so mental. So I feel like being able to work with athletes would be pretty awesome. I'm working with a mental coach right now, Elliot Marshall, from Team Elevation, and it's a game changer, definitely.
I didn't know he did that. That's pretty cool. I remember Elliot from back on The Ultimate Fighter and in the UFC back in the day, and I know he's been a good coach now, but I didn't know he worked on the mental side of things. That's great. Yeah.
He's awesome with it. He's awesome.
Good stuff. And you're awesome, Shana. Always a pleasure. Appreciate the time as always. It's UFC Fight Night, February 20th. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word. Oh, man. Everybody, you know who you are, that's been there for me. Persist Coaching. My nutritionist, Gigi, thank you for, getting me through this and, getting me through my cuts. All of my coaches, all of my teammates, my training partners, my friends, my family, my girl, and all my sponsors that are out there for me. You know who you are. And thank you for, your time today and that recommendation for the pizza spot. And follow me on Danger_Dobson. You can search that, or Shana Dobson on all platforms. Yeah.